What should we use in combat in general? I'll tell you all about the best ones in every type and how to get them. Hello everyone, welcome back to Valheim. Everyone has their own weapon of choice in general. There are a few types of weapons we can choose from, including daggers, mace/clubs, swords, axes, and etc. Each type has their own effectiveness against different types of enemies, but for me, I like to hold the sword at all times. But what is the best ones of each type? That's what we're going to find out today. Let's talk about my favorite first, and that's a sword. And the black metal sword is the best sword I've ever used in the game. Of course, this sword is only for people who have advanced into the most dangerous biome, which is the plains. Once we craft a forge, we will unlock the recipe for black metal sword. It requires 2 fine woods, 20 black metals, and 5 linen thread. Linen threads is made from processing flax with a spinning wheel. Since black metal sword is way harder to get, the silver sword is actually fairly easy to get and still offers decent damage, and it only requires 2 woods, 40 silver, 3 leather scraps, and 5 iron. Moving on to maces. The best mace in Valheim is the porcupine mace. Once we have the mace, a majority of the regular mobs will be easy peasy to kill. It requires a level 4 forge station to unlock and costs 5 fine woods, 20 iron, 5 needles, and 10 linen thread. Next, let's talk about bows and arrows. My second favorite weapon of choice. I think everyone knows this by now, but Daggers fan is the best bow in the game. And it's not too hard to craft. It will unlock for you once you pick up silver, guk, and ancient bark. The special thing about this bow is that every arrow we fire from this bow comes with 5 poison damage automatically. Plus, it glows. That already gives me an amazing vibe. I feel so cool just to hold it. It requires a level 2 forge station, 10 ancient bark, 20 silver, 2 deer hides, and 10 guk to craft. And the best arrow in the game right now is the needle arrows. Needles are dropped by death squirrels in the plains. Be careful when you hunt for it. Knives and daggers are usually used by stealth players. And black metal knives can one-shot many mobs and higher attack rates, and it deals 6 times damage against alerted enemies. It requires a forge level 4, 4 fine woods, 10 black metal, and 5 linen threads. And a honorable mention in the knives category, it's Abyssal Razor, simply because it looks awesome, and that's it. It just looks awesome. Axes. There are a total of 7 axes in the game, but only 3 of them is meant for combat, and I guess 3 still. And among those 3, black metal axe is the best one to get for sure. It has the most slash damage. It requires forge level 4, 6 fine woods, 20 black metals, and 5 linen thread. Honorable mention in this category is the Crystal Battle Axe, the newest axe in the game, and the most beautiful weapon in Valheim to me. And the slash damage is not too far off from the black metal axe. If you use battle axe as a day-to-day weapon, please comment down below. I'm super curious how many of you use battle axes on a daily basis. Sledgehammers deals major blunt damage, AoE damage, and knockback damage. The best one I'd say is the iron sledge. I think it can be filed under the mace/club section, but because it's so amazing on its own, I'd like to put it under the hammer category instead. It requires forge level 2, 10 ancient bark, 30 iron, 4 Ymir flesh, which can be obtained from the merchant, and lastly 1 Draugr Elite trophy. Now the honorable mention in the hammer category is the Frostner, especially when we're fighting the 5th boss, Yegla. This will be the most useful. We can obtain the recipe from Hodor the trader, and it requires forge level 3, 10 ancient bark, 30 silver, 5 Ymir flesh, 5 freeze gland. in the spear category, Fang Spear is the best spear in Valheim currently. In terms of spears, we don't really have much choice in Valheim. Fan Spear is good for throwing towards mobs that have not noticed us yet. It can be act as a first blow. It requires Forge level 3, 10 ancient bark, 4 wolf fang, 2 leather scraps, and 2 silver. Lastly, in the polearm category, Black Metal Edgear is the best out of the 3 in the game currently. It does have slash damage, and the main selling point is the sweeping damage. This way we can damage multiple targets at once. It actually looks pretty cool. I might get into the polearm more from now on. Black Metal Edgear requires Forge level 4, 10 fine woods, 30 black metal, 5 linen thread. A bit more expensive, but I think it will be a good weapon for late games. I think that's all the weapon types in Valheim currently. What is your preferred weapon on a daily basis? Please comment down below. I'm very curious. Oh, and finally, we're going to solo mode soon. Please come back for that. Thanks for watching. Later.